Hey friends, so welcome to DBC Live. We have Matt Miller here. We're super excited to have him on the show. I know we are streaming from both Facebook and YouTube, so wherever you are, please do comment in the comments. Tell us who you are, what you do, maybe share something that exciting that happened this week that you would like to share with us. Matt, we are just pumped to have you on the show. I don't know. I know you guys, if you don't know Matt, then I don't know where you've been hiding all these years, but welcome. You're going to introduce, you're going to get to learn all about him tonight. And he has written 5 books with us, and he's working on more books right now. I was going to list all his books across the bottom, but honestly, we wouldn't be able to see Matt's face if we put them all up there. So Matt, do formally introduce yourself. Tell everybody a little bit about you, what you're working on, what you're doing right now. And yeah, share, my friend.
Awesome. Very good. Sorry. I'm so distracted by all of these nice people that I know that keep popping up in the comments. So
I know, right? You can tell them hi. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll do my introduction real quick then. Hello, everyone. My name is Matt Miller. I taught high school Spanish here in little bitty West Central Indiana for more than 10 years at teeny tiny little public schools, like teeny tiny, like 32 was the size of the graduating class.
Wow.
Like we have a drive your tractor to school day, like that kind of small, you know? Yep. That's kind of the way it is around here. And have since written 5 books, including the one that you can see right down here under my face, Tech Like a Pirate and Ditch That Textbook. And I'm excited to see all of you. I'm excited to get to hang out in this digital space.
We are so pumped to have you. Matt is a very busy man, y'all. I love working with Matt. And we had like this standing thing where we work together every couple of weeks on just rehearsing our keynote, rehearsing like sessions and stuff. And literally he's so busy, like we can't even do it anymore. He's just a busy man. So we're super grateful that you had the time to join us tonight. And as always, friends, you know that every comment that you're putting over here, and I'm glad you guys are blowing up the comments. Every comment enters you to win one of Matt's books, and you can actually choose from any of his books. So I'll list all of them up in the comments above. But Tech Like a Pirate is the one we're going to kind of talk about, some strategies that came from Matt. I think that's what Matt's talking about.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
I pulled the right one. But he does have Ditch That Textbook, Ditch That Homework, Don't Ditch
that tech, yes.
But do more with Google Classroom, which is the newest one. And what am I missing?
Tech Like a Pirate.
Tech Like a Pirate, the one we're talking about tonight.
This one right here, Ditch That Homework. That was the other one.
Ditch That Homework with Alice Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he has a lot of books to choose from. We'll make sure we list them all above. So whoever is the winner, I'll make sure that you have a choice there. But I really, really love Tech Like a Pirate. I feel like the content, I love all the books, by the way. I'm a big Matt fan. But the Tech Like a Pirate book, the one thing I personally love about it is I feel like all of the activities and the strategies are so applicable. It's something that we can take and use tomorrow. Like I literally can just open it up. And even if you didn't want to just keep reading chapter to chapter, you can just open it up, read that, and then take that idea and use it tomorrow in your classroom. And not all of our books are that way. You know, a lot of them you need all the content around it to make sense. But Tech Like a Pirate is one of those that I feel like it's just like a resource you just would sit on. It reminds me of Teach Like a Pirate, actually. It just sits on your desk and you can always just flip it open and try something out of there. And so I'm really excited to share this one with y'all. I feel like you're going, if you don't already have it, you're really going to want it. And we have the link up above or below, wherever you're watching. So click it and order it. But let's let Matt share. I mean, Matt, you can share anything. This is just a 30-minute PD. And I know that you're watching this on the playback after you put your babies to bed. That's totally fine too. But Matt, I would love for you just to share anything that you feel like is something cool that they can try, or maybe just some inspiration that you want to share.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to. So I'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek of what the book is all about. The book is, I basically wrote the book based off of one of Dave's quotes in Teach Like a Pirate that I read all the way back in 2013. Like before I had met Dave, before I had even knew that I was going to write a book, like P.S. I ordered tech. No, I didn't even order Teach Like a Pirate. I asked for it for my birthday. Like that shows you what kind of a teacher nerd that I am. I asked for Teach Like a Pirate for my birthday. And yeah. And so the line out of that kept echoing in my ears was, don't just teach a lesson, create an experience. And I kept thinking of different ways that you could, create an experience. And it seemed like all of the ideas I kept coming up with had to do with my technology, which is interesting because Dave, I've heard him say in speeches and in podcasts, and he's like self-proclaimed not the techiest guy in the world. And when he wrote the book, it wasn't like super techie. So, all of my twists on it seem to have technology on it. In fact, Dave has joked that my book ditched that textbook for a while. He was like, it's kind of like Tech Like a Pirate. And then I wrote Tech Like a Pirate. So
it's true. And I remember the first time I got to meet you face to face, you were doing a workshop, and each of the ideas related to Teach Like a Pirate, but it was like the tech version of it.
Yes.
Yeah. Which I'm sure is how this is.
Yeah, exactly. That was kind of the early days for all of this. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and so it seemed like all of the ideas that I kept coming up with for my own class and that I saw other people doing, as I started looking at all of these ideas, they all sort of fit into these 8 different areas that where technology and student engagement, like creating an experience, all seem to fit together really nicely. And so those are sort of the pillars of the book. We've got things like social media and apps. We've got video. We've got images. We've got global collaboration. We've got storytelling. There's just a whole bunch of them. So what I wanted to do in this video today, if we could, is I wanted to demo one of the ideas out of the book.
Do it.
Yes. Okay. This is one of my favorite ones. So I'm going to ask this. I'm going to ask a couple of quick questions before I do the demo. And Tara, I want to hear your answer. And I'm curious in the comments to see what everybody else has to say. So,
okay.
So my question is to kick things off. What do you like to watch on YouTube? And when I ask this, I'm asking what kinds of videos. Like, do you have any specific YouTubers or any specific channels that you like to watch? So all of you that are watching, type it into the comments. Let us know what you like to watch on YouTube. And how about you, Tara?
So, yeah, people are going to guess this, but I watch CrossFit videos. Always. I watch a lot of CrossFit videos. Sometimes I watch hair tutorials. But
yeah, me too.
Yeah, I can tell you do.
That's how I get that glossy shine on my head.
I'm really big into fitness and gymnastics, working on gymnastics moves. So I follow some gymnasts too, just because that's some of the things I've been working on. But yeah. That's what I spend. That's when I lay in bed right before I go to bed and just watch YouTube videos until I fall asleep.
Yeah. Yep. No, I totally get you. See, at our house, we've got lots of athletically minded people. In fact, I just got back from my daughter's 7th grade basketball game. And because we're also athletically minded, one of our favorite channels is Dude Perfect. I don't know if you all have seen Dude Perfect before. No. It's these 5 guys from Texas that do these trick shot videos. All related to sports trick shots, and they're super, super fun. So we watch a lot of that. There's a guy named Mark Rober that we watch a lot of too, who used to work at NASA, that does these really cool like science experiment videos, all good stuff. And it's kind of fun to see all the things that you all are dropping in here. I'm seeing, Kristen already said Mark Rober. She beat me to it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, that's cool. Lisa said hair braid videos. Melissa says ASL instructional videos. Melissa says, I'm watching Zach George and his how to train a puppy videos. Oh, bless your heart if you're training a puppy.
I know, right?
Oh my goodness.
You're interested in, right? You can almost always find it. There's one kind of video that I watch sometimes. I haven't been doing it lately, but have you seen the cutting sand videos?
No, but that sounds very satisfying.
So soothing. Like if you're ever feeling super stressed, go look at I forget what it's called. There's several of them, but just look up cutting sand. And it's like these big little blocks of sand, and they just slice it with a knife.
Oh, I've seen them do that with snow too. Like they cut a piece of cake out of snow and like get a server and
then they just kind of slide them off real slow.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Tara, put up Dave's comment.
Okay.
It says nerd alert. Guess what kind of videos Dave likes to watch? Dave Burgess watches.
Let's see.
Comes chess channels analyzing and commenting on games. I never would have guessed that. Although you and Salome were talking about chess on your podcast, I think, Dave. So
yes.
I could have figured that one out. So
chess.
Yes. Okay. So anyway, here's the reason I bring all of this up. We all have our favorites on YouTube. Our kids have their favorites on YouTube too, right? And we know that there are certain things on YouTube that go over really well, that get lots of attention. Oh, bless your heart, Amy. She says she has a whole email folder dedicated to me and ditched that text. Like, I love it. I love it.
The Matt Miller folder.
Yeah, exactly. So they've got their favorites too. And certain things get more attention on YouTube than others. And see, I think we should be paying attention to what gets attention on YouTube. And we could cross that over into activities in the classroom. See, we've got all of these great video tools that we can use that students can, they can use them to create all sorts of videos. One of my personal favorites is Flipgrid. Curious to see in the comments if we have any Flipgrid fanatics out there. I bet we do. What I've noticed with Flipgrid is that a lot of times if you assign kids to do stuff, it's usually them talking right to the camera, just answering the questions that the teacher asks. And I'm like, I think we can do better than that. See, what if the activities that your students do for you on Flipgrid felt a little bit more like YouTube? And so here's my example and here's the demo. One very popular type of YouTube video out there is unboxing videos. Unboxing videos.
I do like those too.
Right. Okay. So again, in the comments, I'm curious to see if any of you have ever watched unboxing videos. And if so, what were they unboxing? Because there's all sorts of them. There are toy unboxing videos where there are some kids who are like little bitty kids who do toy unboxing videos who make ridiculous money on YouTube through their channels. It's just...
I know a kid that helps them because there's a little boy that sits by me in church every Sunday and he plays on my phone. I actually have a Mathis Kid YouTube account on my phone because he plays on my phone. And he literally, all he watches on that kid YouTube is unboxing toy videos. He's 4.
Yeah.
But during the preaching, it keeps him quiet and it's decent content. So.
Yep. And everybody's happy, right? Yeah.
That's why he sits with me and not his parents.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and I remember when I first found out that this was a thing, that people actually did these unboxing videos, I'm like, really? Like, people really watch it? And I started watching one and I couldn't take my eyes off of it.
Because they slowly unwrap it. And
yeah, exactly. And then comment on it and everything. Yeah. So at some point I started to realize this could make a really cool activity in class. And not just really cool, like, let's just have fun for the sake of having fun, although I'm not opposed to that. This could be like a good deep learning type of activity. And so if you start to think of your activity as an unboxing video, it could be pretty cool. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to demonstrate one of these for you all, because you see, I have a box and it's got a bunch of stuff in it. And so, while I'm doing this, I want you to keep your teacher hat on, and I want you to think about, how could this be a good, like, academic task? How could this be an activity? How could this fit in my class? What kinds of unboxing videos could we do as a learning activity, right? Okay. All right. So I'm going to like pretend like I'm pushing record on Flipgrid, and I'm going to go start doing this. Okay. Here we go. Pushing record right now. Oh my goodness, you're never going to believe what I just got in this box. I just got this box in the mail, and it is the coolest thing. This is a box from me, a box to me from the 80s. I cannot wait to see what is inside of this box. I am so fascinated by it. So let me open it up here real quick and let's see what's inside. Oh man, there's some really good stuff inside of this. But right on top is a note. check this out. It's a note to myself. A note would be a good way to add some context to the activity, right? Okay, so I open up the note and it says, Dear Matt, here's a box to remind you of where you came from so you remember where you came from. Okay, interesting. All right, let's start taking a look. What in the world could be in this box, right? Oh man, do you remember when we used to not save files to the cloud? And we used to save them to these. Uh-huh. You remember these, right?
Yes.
And if you had a really big file, you had to spread it over multiple ones of these?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Change it in and out.
Exactly. Oh, how about this? You remember when we used to not listen to the radio on our phone, but we used to listen to the radio on the radio with the antenna and everything, right?
Oh,
Do you remember this?
yes.
And see, here's the thing I remember about it. Living out, not in the big city, the tuning wheel. You had to tune this thing to like the 0.5 millimeter sometimes to get the station in just right.
It's so true.
You'll know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, how about this one? Do you remember when we used to not take pictures on our phones, but we used to take them with cameras with film? Like legit, you take out the film before you're done and it like gets exposed, you lose all of your pictures, right?
It's so true.
It's like worse than dropping your iPhone in the toilet.
Then you had to wait for them to, I'm messing up your video. Then you had to wait for them to come in, and then the ones you thought were going to be so good, like your finger was in front of it, but it's like a week later when you finally got to figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. See, Tara, the fact that you keep wanting to say things about this is kind of like proof of concept that this is a good thing, right? Yeah, exactly. Okay, there's one more thing in the box. Check this out. Do you remember when our smartphones were not so smart?
Oh, yeah.
The flip phone with the antenna on it. And you remember, texting with your thumbs on the keypad. Like if you wanted to type a Z, you had to hit that 9 key 4 times to get that Z in there, you know? I mean, like some people, I don't know how they did it, but people used to have like thumbs of fire and they would like fire these text messages off with those keypads.
Or when they did it with one thumb.
That was
surprised by people that could do it with one thumb.
Yeah, me too. Totally. So that is the end of my box, but I've got to ask a question for those of you that are watching. If you were making a box with stuff from me from the 80s, what would go in it? What's something that you would put in your box? So that's where I would hit the end of the record right there. And I'm seeing that these comments have been blowing up like crazy.
They're crazy. Fun. Yeah, it's been so fun. Motorola flip phone is getting a lot of love for sure.
Right, exactly. See, look, there's the Motorola right there. This is a legit Motorola flip phone. This one used to be my wife's actually for a while.
Misty said we were committed.
Yes, we were. Yes, we totally were. Yeah. So,
especially when it comes to those radio stations. I mean, I remember putting foil on the antenna sometimes just to make it, like to see if it could get a better reception.
Yep. And on the black and white TV with the rabbit ears. Yeah. Like I used to have one of those too. Okay, let's take a look at some of these. I'm seeing
Aquanet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cassette tapes,
Kristen.
Slap bracelets, neon earrings, the BlackBerry. Tape recorder, VCR tape. A pager. Yes. That's a good one too. Yeah. All right.
Yes. Slap bracelets, neon earrings. Yes.
And lace headbands.
And a VCR.
Yes. How about 8 tracks? That might be 70s more than 80s.
Viewmaster.
Oh, the Viewmasters. I've done this unboxing thing. I can't even count how many times. And that's the first time I've seen the Viewmaster come up. And that is like iconic. That's a fantastic one. Oh, this is good.
The beeper. Okay. I love that you call it the beeper.
Yeah. Okay. So as we continue to kind of cycle through these, I wanted to have us put our teacher hats back on again. I want to keep watching what everybody has to say. The Nokia phone with Snake. That was like the first app game, right? Was Snake on your phone. Okay. So if we put our teacher hat on and we take a look at this, like think about how students can demonstrate what they've learned through all of this. there are lots of variables. For one, you can change up who sends the box. That's a decision you can make. You can change up who receives the box. Because if the student is on camera unboxing it, they could play the part of somebody else. They could act it out. You could think about when and where they're doing the unboxing, and that could add to the context. The things that go in the box, as they take them out, if they continually give commentary and describe and talk about why it's important, or talk about why they're confused that it's even in the box, like all of that shows what they know. And then what did I do at the end? I said, oh, the box is empty. You could talk about what didn't go in the box that maybe should have gone in the box. And then, of course, there's that question of what else would you put in? That's the thing that you all are, if you're watching this, you all are still answering that question. Like, you've asked students a juicy question if they're continuing to answer, and you all are continuing to answer here.
It's true.
So if you start to think about this, like, there are so many different directions this can go. And I talked about how you could record this, do this on a recorded video on Flipgrid. If you're still doing remote learning, concurrent learning, hybrid learning, any of that stuff, if you're doing any of that, this unboxing idea could totally work on a Zoom call. It could work just as easily synchronously on a Zoom call as it could asynchronously through a recorded video. So I'm super curious to see what everybody has to say about how you could potentially use this with your students. And I'm really enjoying all the extra 80s things you would have thrown into the box. This is great.
So true. And I'm curious too, like on that line, we have a couple minutes. So if you teach I saw Kristen, she said, I teach science, but I think this would be great for a book report.
Totally.
Well, I'd love for you, like whatever content area you teach, think about how you could use unboxing video for your content. So thinking about your lesson that's coming up, I mean, could be the things that you're pulling out. It could be, you know how we would build background knowledge, right? Sometimes the very, very beginning of our units or our lessons, maybe everything you pull out of there represents something you're going to be learning about.
Yeah.
And they don't know about it yet, but they're starting to talk about what they do know about what's coming out of the box. And then they're trying to figure out, okay, where are we going with this unit? Like maybe they don't know what it is and you're just like building the suspense. There's so many ways you can make this work for any content area. So yeah, please do. I see some people putting some stuff over here.
Yeah, there's some good stuff in these comments.
Yeah. Oh, they're still going on about the 80s.
Yeah, they are. Oh, this is good. Teacher PD.
For teacher PD. Totally.
Yeah. By the way, when I do in-person tech like a pirate workshops at schools and school districts and stuff, we do unboxing video type of stuff right there in the professional development because the teachers like it as much as the kids do.
Yes. Well, in every activity to me that you do with teacher PD, I mean, that's what Matt and I spend a lot of time doing that. I want them to take it and use it with kids. I mean, that's the whole reason. That's why we're all like, he just said, you're loading up the answers over here because you're so interested. Well, if that's working for us as adults, then it's definitely going to work on kids because we're a tough crowd.
Yes.
A tough crowd.
Yes,
So,
that's true.
That's super awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
so
phenomenal. I like that.
Yeah, that's a really good one too. And then Dawn says in ELA, unbox parts of speech or figurative language. Man, you could just keep going and going and going. This is great. Tara, I've got a couple of quick freebies that I'd like to pass on to everybody if we've got a couple minutes to do that.
Do it.
Because we like free things, right?
Totally.
For one, would it be okay if I shared my screen real fast?
Yes.
Okay. For one, I have a whole guide on my website that is all about the unboxing video. And so you can find this, by the way, at ditchthattextbook.com/unboxing. Actually, I did a guest post on this on Dave Burgess's website. So if you find it there, that totally works too. But why I wanted to show this is that I've got some example unboxing videos that you can watch if you want to. Sneaker unboxing, makeup unboxing. But here's the cool thing right here. It's a 3-page planning guide. If you want your students to do these and to actually do some deep thinking about it, this has all sorts of prompts that it walks them through. It's a free 3-page download that you can use. And even if you've got littles, you can just borrow the questions off of here and kind of scaffold them down to what the kids need. So, so that's that.
Super.
I wanted to show you just like 2 more quick things that I can give everybody for free. My goal, whenever I wrote Tech Like a Pirate, was that I wanted to create a website, a companion website with it that had just as many ideas as this book had in it, but for free. That was my goal. So like, here's the book. It's got this many ideas in it. This website that you see on the screen has just as many, and I make it available to anybody. And you can find that just by simply going to techlikeapirate.com. So if any of this stuff has resonated with you, we've got whole sections on all the different parts of the book and ideas that you can go try. So,
awesome.
I like to give away stuff for free. So
yeah, if you don't visit Matt's website already, you should just go there and sign up for his email list, because I don't know, every week when I get it, I'm always excited. I'm like, oh man, I wish I was in the classroom so I could do this, but maybe we can do this somehow virtually. This is great stuff. It's all stuff just like what he shared tonight. It's engaging, it's exciting, and you can use it tomorrow. Who doesn't have a box laying around? And then if you don't, just call me. I have a billion of them.
Yeah, all those Amazon boxes, right?
It's constant over here. Amazon. All the
email newsletter, by the way, if anybody wants to get signed up for that, you can just go to ditchthattextbook.com/101. That's probably the easiest way to do it. Or you can just go to my website. It's kind of plastered all over the place.
.com/101. Okay, I'm gonna put that in the chat too.
Yeah. So just click that link and go stick your email address in, and you get some freebies when you sign up too, which is fun.
So good. It's so good. And every week it's current. That's what Kristen just said. It's very current. It is. It's always like something they're trying right away. And there's always just a ton of stuff, like a ton of links that you can click and try something new. So definitely do check that out. Oh my goodness, this is so awesome. We're having so much conversation over here. We're running out of time.
I know, yeah.
In case they don't already follow you on social media, we know your website, we know where the freebies are. How can they connect with you and make sure that that they can share all these wonderful things? I know there's going to be a bunch of unboxing happening.
Yes.
So they can share some of the fun stuff that's happening in their classroom with you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, just go into the website. Ditchthattextbook.com is probably the easiest way to find all of that stuff. I'm on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @JMattMiller. That's the letter J, Matt with 2 T's, Miller. I'm on a whole bunch of the other social media too. I tell you what, I'm having a lot of fun on TikTok right now. I actually just dropped 2 TikTok videos tonight. I've had a few days off, and so I'm at Ditch That Textbook on TikTok. So if any of you are on TikTok, I would love to connect with you over there.
I love your TikTok videos too, because it's so short and sweet, but it's like a how-to.
Yeah.
And so, it's good content. If you're looking for something quick and short and sweet and like just a little tip to get you started on something. And a lot of times he's pointing out some cool things that is on his website. So kind of how to find them and what to do with it. So do go check them out on Twitter, check them out on TikTok. You're on Instagram too, right?
Yes, I am. Yep.
Yeah, on Instagram too.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you all for joining us. Kristen put her TikTok up too.
I'm gonna go follow her.
My TikTok is not as fun for education. If you like exercise though, you can go check it out.
Yeah. Exactly.
Awesome. Well, friends, thank you so much. Matt did dance on TikTok. He did.
I did a TikTok dance with my daughter. Yes, that's right. It was her idea too. She's in 7th grade and she's going to do a TikTok dance with me. I'm like, I haven't lost it.
That's a cool dad award right there.
Yep.
Dad of the year. All right, friends. Well, thank you all for joining us tonight. If you do try some unboxing, please do share them out on social media. Tag @DBC_Inc. and also tag Matt and use the hashtag DitchThatTextbook. You can also use the hashtag TechLAP. We love to follow all the cool stuff that's happening when you guys get inspired from these ideas. remember all of these comments, which there are a jillion over there, will be entered to win a free book. And you could win any of Matt's books. We told you earlier he has 5 of them. Whoever is the winner, I will list all 5 of them. You can choose. And yeah, there's Matt's dancing TikTok. Go check it out. Go check it out. Does anybody else have TikTok over here? Go ahead and list your TikTok. List your TikTok handle so we can all follow each other. Because yeah, we're all new.
This is how I dance when I'm not good at dancing. I do it in a Google Slides animation instead.
That was so cute. I love it.
Yeah.
So you're ditch that textbook, right?
It's that textbook. Yep.
Okay, perfect. I'm Tara M. Martin.real. So if you guys want to follow me, but it doesn't have education stuff. You want to follow workouts, go see me.
Those are muscles.
Awesome. Well, have a great night, everyone. Thanks for joining us again. Remember, next week, same place, same time, different guest. And thanks for being so engaged tonight. This is so much fun. Oh, somebody's going to join TikTok. There you go.
There you go, Misty. Yep.
Can't beat them, join them.
There you go.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining us.